So today we're here with my sister's 2012, I think, Hyundai Elantra. And you know, a lot of people think of these as throwaway cars. I disagree. She's done a real good job of maintaining this thing. I think she says she's at like 230,000 miles now. One of the things she's done is change the transmission fluid. A lot of people, we forget about that, especially on a manual car. Oh, you never have to change it. Baloney. So that's what here we go. I got to get a jack and a stand and pull this wheel off for easier access. We can take a look. Boy, you can tell I haven't used this one in a while. It's all covered in dust and sawdust mostly. Hey, kitty. Ooh. Is that you, or did somebody pee on this? If this will even fit, I might need the low profile. Oh, it just barely makes it. I don't want it all the way up. I want it still making contact so I can bust those loose. Then I'll get it the rest of the way up, take it off. Now she's got one of these fancy wheels that have the lock on them. So she has one of these. Thankfully, she told me where it was before she took my sister off to go shopping. This one? Yeah. All right, now that they're loose, we can get it up the rest of the way. Make sure your parking brake's on, of course. Oh, look at that thing wanting to shake. Go get a jack stand. There we go. And then try to let it down nice and slow, but it's hard sometimes. There it comes. There we go. Okay. Oof. What's she got on there? Michelin what? Defenders. Okay. All right, let's see. Now, while you got this off, you can look at other stuff too. Make sure there's no obvious signs of damage or anything like that. Man, this car looks so good. Let me give you a look. It just looks amazing. It still looks like it's, I don't know, 50,000 miles or something. Very little rust. Look at that control arm. I mean, it looks great. And a lot of that's because, you know, they got coating on here. They got plastic, you know. Say what you want about plastic, but it don't rust. It does get brittle though. All right, so what are we looking at? First thing, take a glance at the brakes, sure. See how much pad life we have left. It looks great. These aren't even grooved at all. Looks really nice. And then I'm looking like, where's my transmission? And it should be right behind there. So it's actually still kind of hidden. Let me see if that's too hard to get to without moving the cover out of the way. Or how easy it would be to get the cover out of the way. 1,000,001 screws. Okay, yeah. Let's see. And then the question is, does it have a drain plug? I'm guessing this bolt. I think I'll be taking this cover out or off. Maybe. So it only goes to the midpoint of the car. But then where does it attach? Up top. I don't feel a... Oh, right there. Right there, up underneath. There's a screw. And there's another one on this side. Okay, all right. Oh, they're hex heads. And multiple sizes. What are they, trying to be like GM? tell you, when you're doing projects constantly, I don't know if, other than being organized, if it makes much sense to put anything away. Because you're constantly getting the stuff right back out. Let's see, is it a 10? That'd be too easy if my first guess is right. Let's see. Oh my heavens, it sure is. Can I get a turn on it though? I'll show you exactly where I am here. Right here. And the position there, I might need to, where was it? Right here, right in the corner. I'm on it, but I can't turn it. So I'm gonna need to get a socket, maybe an extension, because it is kind of in there in the corner. Oh my heavens. So I got the socket, or the ratchet, extension, converter, loosen. Means you got a little rust on this hub bolt here. There it is. Oh, so easy when you're using the right tools. Now it's getting tight again. It was getting loose. Now it's tight. Well, you know, it might have come off and then there's something on the threads maybe. Sometimes there's glue or... Is that a flying insect already? Well, early for that. It's only February, what, 3rd? Come on! I'm just sitting here spinning. Did the other one come off? The cover's definitely getting loose, so it's working. Just another one of them cases where they have the bolts like a mile long. Totally don't need to be that long. Oop. This is where automation comes in handy. I do have my torque wrench for the impact. I think it's really necessary for this. No. But if it'd save me some soreness, why not? Make sure I'm not on Titan. Oh, that saved me so much work. It's amazing. I love tools. Yeah, just rusted on. That's all. It was tough to go the whole way because they were rusty. Anyway, so that's flapping, you can see now. So I just need to get those last couple others off of there. Easy peasy. And squeezing lemons or whatever. Fantastic. Put these where we hopefully won't lose them. And now you can see we've got access to the side of this transmission. This is your transmission right here. And it bolts up to the engine way back over here. So right here, you could take this whole thing off and get to the clutch, which is in here. This is like the clutch housing, I guess you'd call it. I don't know, I'm not a mechanic. This might be a drain plug. right here. If I were betting on which of these things was a drain plug, you've got a plug here. Can you see that? I don't know. There's a plug right here, and it kind of reaches back. But way down at the bottom of the transmission, there's a plug here that is not like a perimeter bolt that would just hold it on. I'm thinking that might drain oil too. I do believe she went here. It's a splash type transmission. So the fluid probably only comes up to here. Comes right to this bolt. So you pour in until it starts coming out. And you're like, throw the bolt head on there and you're good. So it splashes around in that. So just this bottom portion is holding your transmission oil, and then it splashes around in there. But I think she went through here and siphoned the fluid out. I'm going to go back here and see if this drains fluid from the bottom. I betcha. I mean, I don't know, but I'm going to try it. And it's not warm because, you know, I had to take time to get this off of here, so it won't be perfect, but we'll get whatever's in there out. And then what we could do is pour some in this way, and that should flush a little bit more out the bottom. Sure, yeah, we'll go with that. What size is this one? Oh man, I don't know, 5/8 maybe. Oh, let's see. Can you even see what I'm doing? I hope. Get you in here a little tighter. Yeah, you're in there pretty good. Come on, there you go. Oh my heavens, I need a breaker. If this is a drain, it's never been off there. I'm putting the first tool marks on it, looks like. All right, yep, push away from me. Am I gonna be able to get on it? Yep. Of course, now I'm pulling down, so I'm gonna bang up my elbow or something. Whoop. Hey, that came pretty easy. Did you see that? That was easy. All right. Let's see if we get oil coming out, transmission fluid. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice and clean. She's gonna be happy because she did this, I think she said 30 or 35,000 miles ago. You're supposed to, you know, do this every 30 to 60, depending on the manufacturer. But look how nice that looks. That's like beautiful. That's like honey. Beautiful. Probably didn't need to be done yet, but we're gonna drain it out anyway. But she's getting it done again because that's what you do. You maintain your vehicles. And this is not a throwaway car if you maintain it. In fact, my dad had a Yugo that he bought new. Did basic maintenance only. And some people might say, oh, he just got lucky. But he put $100,000 in 5 years and he sold it. Never had an issue. I think the only thing he did for maintenance was a timing belt. Sold it to the next person. I think he said that guy drove it for several years. So, take care of your stuff. It'll take care of you. It's not to say there aren't things that are designed poorly. Glug, glug, glug. Oh, it's glugging. I guess it would be helpful if I take this one off. Gotta take it off anyway. There we go. See that? Once the air can get in, it stops glugging. Flow a little faster and hopefully get more gunk out that way because it's flowing faster. But that is pretty darn clean looking gear oil. I'm very happy. I'm sure she'll be very happy. That looks great. That looks great. And if you're a weirdo like me, you think it smells good too, because that's good smelling oil right there. Smells like clean gear oil. Alright, we'll let it drain for a couple minutes, and then we'll throw that one back on and put new fluid in. Call it a day on this one at least. I got the Mustang to work on next. Differential fluid and transmission fluid also. Hopefully that one's as easy as this was, because this is easy. Look at that, two hole, well, plus the cowling or whatever, which, by the way, I don't think I would have needed to do. Yep. Because there's nothing really on this side. It's all right here. That's okay. You know, did it let me see anything else? Yes. So while I've got that off, I can take a look at the bottom of the radiator, you know, see if there's any damage down here. There's not. So you can look at the condition of your hoses down here where normally it's too hard to see. So you just look around. Get under your vehicles. Look at them. Give them some attention. Yeah. You check out her axle here, the axle boots. See if they're still pliable and good shape. I think she just replaced these. Well, I say just, it's been a while, but she already replaced them. All right, that's a pretty slow drip. It's clean anyway. Again, this may not have been necessary, but we did it anyway. She'll have another 30, 40,000 use out of these, or out of this oil that we put in. All right. Now, I don't use a torque wrench most of the time, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to realize that I have a breaker bar that I'm using. So I'm not going to tighten with my hand way down here. Okay. I'm going to tighten with my hand way up here so I can't get too much torque on it. I'm going to pull, that's it. Because if you pull way out here, it's a force multiplier, mechanical advantage and all that stuff you learned in high school that you forgot, still applies. So there, that's back in. The crush washer looked in good shape still. The mating surface is good, so it'll be fine. Now we're going to pour in here. And Redline synthetic oil. I'm sure she did her research. This is, what weight is this? Does it even say what weight it is? Oh my heavens, does it even say? Yeah, 75W80. 75W80. And this is the synthetic. How easy will that be to pour in there? Not terribly. That's probably why she bought the siphon thing, if it wasn't to siphon the stuff out. Fluid pump. Fill tube while pumping oil, no mess. Okay. This is a kit. I believe on Amazon. I wouldn't be surprised. And we'll turn it. So she's got her 2 quarts. I think a little windy out here. I don't want plastic and wrappers and stuff flying around. Looks like you're supposed to just screw this in here. How awesome is this? It's just pump action, I guess. There it goes. You gotta click it down so it can tighten. Except it's not doing that. Well, whatever. It clicked in, so it should work. And then, do I just pump? Oh yeah, there it comes. See? There it is. And then it looks like this just clicks in. I don't want it to click in though, because I want to be able to get it back out. So I'm going to be careful not to lose that tip in there. But whoop, put that right like that and start pumping. Oh my heavens. How easy is this? Why have I never had one of these? Yeah, a little extender to get to the bottom. Now it's all the way on the bottom, so I can't, now I gotta hold. But that's great. Oh, I think it's actually coming right back out now. Like right on cue. Is it? Yeah. I think we are full. But I will double check the manual. So my sister told me, she got the transmission fluid and all that. She said, but it's hard to find stuff online. I can attest to that. I was double checking how much transmission fluid to use. And all I could pull up online easily was automatic transmission fluid. Well, there you go. Look in your manual. 2 quarts of 75 W85. Now, what we used today, 75/80. This is synthetic. So I'm sure she must have done some research. It's close enough. It really is pretty close. But I mean, here's your 2012, probably the surrounding years, Hyundai Elantra fluid capacities. There you go. So the manual says 2.01 or 2.1 quarts, and of course they sell them in 1 quart increments. So are you going to buy a whole nother quart to get that 0.01 or 0.1? No, especially if you've got something close in your shop. So I had some gear oil that's almost the same weight and I filled it with that. Of course, if I didn't, this stuff was really, really clean. So I guess I could have stuck that like halfway in the middle. Anything might have settled out already. And just throw a little bit of the old back in there. I mean, that's good, right? Ish. Again, my channel name is Mr. Handy-ish, not Mr. Handy, not Mr. Perfect. Absolutely not. But we'll get it done to the point where it works. By golly. Yes, we will. So we're tightening this back up after topping it off. We've got about 2.01 or whatever quarts. Tight. Old t-shirt, do your job. Done. All I gotta do now is button her back up. Oh, it's such a beautiful day today. It's nice being outside working when it's like this. Really nice. Ooh, right in the back. Get out of my way, creeper. Hit it a couple times, and I'll go back and make sure. Ah, good. It was just barely able on that one to tighten it just a little more. I guess I could make sure camera's still a good spot. Always get them started by hand. Cuts down the chance of cross-threading. Might have to jiggle the wheel. And if your wheel and the studs aren't damaged, you should be able to get them basically all the way seated before you even switch to a tool. Or awfully close to it. I mean, that's how easy it should be. Unless you've got a little bit of damage or something. So they're all tight now. And you can check it by doing that. If it was loose, it'd be jiggling. So let's lower this guy down. Make sure I didn't leave anything under there. Good. Don't worry, that wasn't the car. That was the old jack making that complaining noise. To complete the job, we of course have to tighten these down. And I like how this actually has two sizes there. That's kind of neat. And then we cross over. Don't need to gorilla it. Just get it good and tight. German specs. Gluten tight. Oop, a little bit more on that one. And now I'll just walk it straight around. Make sure they were all tight. Oh yeah. Good to go. Ooh, I need a lift. Whew. Guess I could check her oil while I'm here, huh? Right in the middle of the safe zone. Good. We'll recycle this oil and we're good to go on this job. Have a good one.